Out in one of my nuke yards, feeding with my daughter. So they need to be bulked up. It's getting to that time of year. And I'm just looking down to see what's going on. And I'm quite impressed with these nukes that Carrie made. Just take a peek and count our brood frames, aka our winter nest right now. So these colonies are boxes of bees. Some of this will be older population. And I'm assessing for food, and they have plenty of that. Assessing for pollen, and this year they have plenty of that. Assessing for brood, let's see how much they have of that. So this is a frame with honey, pollen, and open space. And you're just about done the patty I gave them. It is 30 degrees right now, and I'm sweating buckets. A little bit of pollen coming in, a little bit of nectar from somewhere, so that is good. But we are backfilling. So here is a frame full of bees and a beautiful little slab of brood. Some nectar surrounding that. Nectar or syrup. Not sure, but by the looks of the way the bees are coming in, it looks like it's a nectar flow. This is a mature frame of brood. So there's little baby bees emerging, aka my winter bees. Another slab of brood. There's the queen right there. Just a beauty. She's not doing a whole lot in this frame. This brood is emerging and then backfilling right away. I'm just going to tuck her to the side. And they're doing the same on this side. She's not using that space. Two frames of brood on it. This one is backfilling with a lot of syrup, pollen, honey on that side. And a full frame of open brood. So this is a nest that is merging and filled right up with eggs. And this side is backfilling. But she is throwing eggs in there too, so still eggs in that one. I'll maybe center that just a bit. See, it's on the last frame. Yeah, we'll put the lids on. You can shut the pump off too. Here's a full frame of old brood. And the nest is being backfilled. I'm not seeing a lot of larvae. Just a lot of capped brood. Looks like they've shut down for a while now. She is laying eggs. Whether or not the bees decide to take that further, I guess it's up to them. But it looks like the nest is pretty much shutting down. So we are just going to let them, and as that queen gives up the space, or shall I say as the nest gives up the space, we're going to follow with syrup and plug this nest right out. So come October, they're going to be nice and heavy, probably about 50 pounds. Kind of time of year the nests always become foreign to me because I'm looking for development, I'm looking for advancement, I'm not looking for shutdown. Typically during a shutdown it looks concerning to me. Any other time of year is concerning, but this time of year it's completely natural to have the nest, you know, slow down, ramp down to basically no brood going on within this nest October, November. I don't like it, I hate it, but it's a natural thing. Filling pails with my daughter. What do you think of that thing?
It's like a gas pump.
Pumping gas.
Pumping gas.
It's quick. So after that, I want you to hold the camera for me because I want to dig down into a nest to see where things are at. Can you turn the pump off and then come over and hold this camera? Every yard I pick a random colony just to poke down into to do my random assessments. So very important. We'll get a better idea exactly where things are at. Get so busy and we tend to not go down into the nests. Can you just hold that?
My hands are circling.
That's fine, just as long as you don't cover the camera. I just want to see what's going on down in here. So they're on the patty. So we pulled the boxes today, Sunday, is it Thursday? So these patties went on Thursday, so we had 2 pounds of patty then. And they had some open feed, but they do have some honey in here too. This is a full frame of feed. And I want to see where the nest is at. Nice little slab of brood. Emerging brood. See the little baby bee? Winter bee.
Oh yeah.
And that space is being opened up and backfilled. No surprise. This side is opening up and she's laying eggs in here. Backfilling around there. So there's some eggs in there. Probably can't see that on camera, but let's quickly leaf through to see where we're at here. Slab of brood. Well, these nests are sort of stretching into September on me. Slab of brood. There's an open brood around this slab, right in here. So this is mature, and this is open, surrounded by syrup. Slab of brood, surrounded by open larvae. Backfilled around that. 1, 2, 3, 4 frames of brood. This brood, by the looks of it, it's going to emerge within the next couple of weeks, pushing into October. So here's a frame of open brood. Same on this side. So can you
Another guy.
can you see the larva in there? The larvae.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
So this is a young frame of brood. So this is real nice winter brood. I'll have to keep the feed on a colony like this because it's going to take a while for the space to open up. So we got to make sure we get them properly backfilled. And we're going to push our treatments a little bit later. Make sure we catch all these mites that are hiding underneath the cappings. Another slab of brood. Oh my goodness. And they're opening up the space around it, so we'll follow suit with syrup right smartly here. We're looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames. What are we, the 8th of September?
Yep.
7 frames. Problem is, if I don't keep the syrup to them late enough, with all this occupied space of brood nest, they're not going to get the weight on. So I'm going to be feeding well into October to backfill as that brood emerges. And they're opening up on this frame here, which is good. We're backfilling here. Let's see if this is syrup or if this is syrup. Good. So this colony is quite healthy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames of brood. Oh. Make sure we keep the feed at them. And our oxalic acid treatment, we're going to try to go around twice, maybe 3 times if we can. It's going to be more difficult with that much brood in the nest, but if we just keep hitting them, then as this brood nest opens up, those mites will be more exposed, and we should be able to get that last oxalic acid end of October before they go back in the shed. And this colony, I hope we'll have it backfilled and broodless. We can target all those little bastard mites. Okay, so another pail just to maintain, and tomorrow we start bulk feeding. And that colony put me in a real good mood. Let's go on to the next yard. What's the nest look like in there? Anything open? I can't see.
The sun's not helpful. She's mostly got eggs on this side.
Active brood nest there. That's good. A little bit of honey on the outside. How is the honey? How far does it come in here? This is a yard we did not put boxes back, and they plugged up a little bit on us, but I'm thinking they used everything they stored. Ooh, there's a brood nest out to there. Just doing a mite shake. We're going around to all the Queenless units and shaking them out. We were doing a mite shake on them just to make sure we don't blow all these bees. If there's mites on them, litter the surviving colonies. So the yards that are maybe, like, we're finding mites that are zeros, we're just blowing them into the grass. But one yard we found up to 5. So we euthanized.
These guys are going to go into the shed big. They are not plugged out at all.
What kind of honey is that? Let me get my hive tool. Sunflower. Yeah, this can be a decent little nest. Let's see what their mites are. So all these Queenless units where the yard's testing maybe a little bit higher in mites because there's no brood in here, so it's all phoretic mites. Low mite counts, we just blow in the grass, but anything like we found a 5, so about 2 or 3%, blow them into a bag, and unfortunately they've seen their demise. Zero. How many bees in there? Maybe 50 or 100?
I'd aim for 50.
50. 0 into 50 is just as good as 0 and 100. Okay, that's good. continue our feeding, shore over these little buckets, and then setting out some open totes.